Here's a narrative I've seen recently is that if the Golden State Warriors lose to the Houston Rockets, should they make a massive change? People have been writing articles, been talking all over everywhere. If the Rockets beat the Warriors, should the Rockets make massive, massive changes to their franchise? My first kind of reflex argument is no. My reaction is no, no, no. The Warriors should not change a thing, even if they lose. First of all, I think the Warriors are going to win Game 7 against the Houston Rockets. There's no way the Warriors will lose to the Rockets. But even if they do, whether they do or not, the Warriors should not change a thing. The Warriors have a great, great head coach, Steve Kerr, and they have a ton of fantastic players. The reason why the Warriors have struggled this year, and the reason why the Warriors, if they do lose to the Rockets, the reason for it will be Klay Thompson is hurt, Steph Curry's hurt. That's affected their reliability. You know, it's kind of hard. You know Kevin Durant's going to show up every game. Seems like Klay Thompson and Steph Curry are kind of hit or miss right now. And the third is that Andre Iguodala is really hurt. And Andre Iguodala, I think he's out for Game 6, even 7. And he is at one point, remember, he was once a Finals MVP. Andre Iguodala does matter to that team. And for him to be out, he's a starter. That also matters. So injuries have been a big concern for the Golden State Warriors this year. And I think you could even argue, if the Warriors lose tomorrow night in Game 7, you could argue that might be a good thing for the Golden State Warriors. I mean, look, the dynasty's not going to come to an end anytime soon if you are the Warriors. Steph Curry's 30 years old, Kevin Durant's 29, Klay Thompson's 28, and Draymond Green is also 28 years old. There are years, not 1, not 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 years left of this dynasty if they can keep the personalities all together. And I think that losing now, losing in the middle of their dynasty, could actually be really good for the Golden State Warriors. It could shake them up and help them refocus, help them get back on track. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world if you lose. I would, compare to this, once upon a time, my brother died. My younger brother died. He took his life, and it really shook things up for me. But often, in a lot of ways, it was a good thing for me. It was a wake-up call. I'm not excited. I'm not saying, losing the finals is good. I'm not saying having your brother die is ever good. It's not ever good. It's not ever an awesome thing to celebrate. But you can use it, and I hopefully use that as a wake-up call, and I think we could see a similar thing happen with the Golden State Warriors. Because it's hard, man. When you're winning year in, year out, it's really hard to keep your foot on the gas. The more successful you are, the harder it is to grind, the harder it is to get up and work. And I think it's very possible for the betterment of the longevity, for the longevity of the Warriors, to make their dynasty last longer. It might be good if they lost now. It'd be kind of a wake-up call. It'd shake them up. They go, oh, crap, what are we doing? How did we lose to Chris Paul, injured, and James Harden? Man, I do think losing could be a good thing for the Warriors. It would shake them up. It would not scare me in the slightest if they did. If the Warriors somehow lost, okay, they were injured. They're probably tired. They need to recalibrate. I think, again, the Warriors have 4 players in their prime. They have a great coach, and they have years left they could play together. And they seem to get along. They seem to like each other, which is weird and crazy and kind of impossible. The Warriors have dealt with injuries all year. If they lose now, if the Warriors somehow miraculously lose Game 7, I don't think you need to panic. I don't think you need to break up the team. You don't need to fire Steve Kerr. They need to recalibrate this offseason, rest, recover, come back probably better than ever next year. I'm sure they're a little bit burned out of basketball. I think losing for the Warriors could be good. It could shake them awake. It could say, okay, guys, we need to refocus. We need to come back and we need to dominate the NBA next year. And I think that is what could happen for the Golden State Warriors if they lose. If the Warriors lose, no panic from me. I think it will be fine. And I'm not concerned if the Warriors lose in the slightest. Thank you for watching this video. Remember, if you like it, you can subscribe to Strong Opinion Sports on iTunes, on SoundCloud, and on YouTube. You can find the full entire hour-long podcast on YouTube. And if you really like this podcast, help me grow Strong Opinion Sports by telling your friends about the show on Facebook, on Twitter, whatever it is. Help me grow Strong Opinion Sports by telling your friends about this show.